Hi, this is Minister G. Harden, and I wanted to really come on this evening and really talk about family affair and creating black wealth, black entrepreneurship, black jobs, and black unity in our communities. As we've seen in the past, I think it was on Monday, we've seen a lot of pastors coming along dealing with a meeting with Donald Trump, dealing with the plight and the future of African Americans in general. And we've had so many backlashes dealing with that meeting, and it was, I think, one of the third or fourth meetings that these ministers and pastors and leaders, if you will, have had dealing with Donald Trump, which makes absolutely no sense at all, because there's nothing that a stool pigeon can do for us as a people, and there's no need to waste any of God's time dealing with dead things, and Donald Trump is surely a dead thing. And what a shame it is that these pastors have had the audacity to say that they at least wanted to hear what he had to say. There's nothing he can say. I mean, and I won't waste much time dealing with him either. So what I came on here to talk about is, again, family affair. And what I mean by that is people coming together as we once did back in the days, well, really in Kemet. I'm talking before the Bible, when we were living on the first birthplace, that is in Africa, as a people living as one in unity, with the mother, the father, and the son and daughter. And we strived, and we were successful, especially our women, our African queens, how they thrived, and they were great commerce salesmen, if you will, dealing on the coast of Africa, all and up and down the Nile River, how they traded spices and clothes and silk and gold and emeralds and all types of fine art. They were great traders. And then it came along the men, and I'm telling you how it came. Now you gotta understand this. Wonderful book by Dr. Ivan Van Sertima called "They Came Before Columbus" gets us a good idea of how the women, the black women, African queens, were really the first Walmarts, if you will, who were trading and all this. Wasn't the Chinese and wasn't the Asians or all those people, even not even the Arabs. Arabs weren't even around then. It was the mighty people of God, and they were headed by the African women. But a family affair, along with By His Blood Ministries, have created this wonderful organization called the Center for a New Nation. We're holding another conference in January 24th, 2016, at the JS venue in Morrow, Georgia, around 4 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., dealing with unity and creating wealth in the black community. This is serious, people. I mean, the president has one more year, less than a year in office. And when that man leaves office, it's going to be chaos, mayhem. They're giving you a little bit of it now when you see what happened a couple of days ago or yesterday with that shooting in Santa Barbara, San Bernardino or whatever, California. There's been over 355 mass shootings just this year. There's no secret. I'm talking about in the U.S. I'm talking about worldwide, just in the U.S. There's no secret that they're trying to create fear, anger, and mayhem and panic amongst the people to control the people of God. And you must understand that. This is all staged, all deliberate. And what we have to do is keep our eye on the prize and on our initial assignment. And that initial assignment had to do with subduing the land, multiplying the land. How can you sit there and hear from a God that says to multiply and subdue, then the world tell you to subtract, to depopulate? That's the enemy. That's Satan. And that's just the 1% or 5%, whatever you want to call them, wanting to control you and make them your God. And you have obliged them to it thus far. God is angry at us. That's why you're seeing all these calamities being allowed to happen. Weather-wise too. And some of it is man's weather with that harp thing they got going on there. Because we are a stiff-necked people. We want to be so much entertained and distracted from our assignment that God is just starting to wake us up. Next going to be the food and the water, the health-wise. The mind is the first thing they try to attack. Because once you control the mind, everything else follows. I want for you to know tonight, to understand that we are standing in the gap. We are meditating. We are praying fervently for people to come back to God. We ain't praying for God. God waiting on you. We're praying for the people of God to wake the hell up. Turn off being Mary Jane and Housewives or whoever, or hip hop or whomever. All these sporting events to distract you. All these commercials selling big TVs and all the petty stuff that you love so much. God gave you glory, gave you wealth and riches, minerals and diamonds and pearl. You want a TV. You want an iPhone. White folks laughing at you because they know what you came from, and yet you want all the petty stuff, all the material things that have no value. You can't wait to get one new car, huh? So what we're doing at the Center for a New Nation, we are organizing and trying to raise money for our young people, because that's where it's going to happen. All these folks over 45, it's a wrap. Their minds are made up. They're going to run to the church, be duped by these pastors trying to pay their way to heaven, and they're going to be just like those people in the wilderness with Moses. They're going to die off. And God's going to raise a new people, and He already has a new nation to create a new world. It's all biblical. And we want to teach these young people about white supremacy and how it works, about economics, about financing, about starting their own businesses and banks. Not one class will be dealing with a job. Again, God told you to rule and reign the earth. Didn't tell you to find a job and find a good white boss to work for. Didn't tell you that. That was your decision to submit to Satan. And we're asking you to really like our page on the Center for a New Nation. Like that page and share that page. But also donate $5, $2, whatever God lays on your heart to create a building for the Center of Science and Math and relationships, teaching young boys how to respect young women. None of that stuff they learn in school today. On agriculture, how to grow their own foods, huh? On sewing and knitting, making soap, deodorant. All this stuff has chemicals. 60% of the things that we use on this earth, man has decided to put toxins in it to kill us. Over 60% of all items that we use, even the clothing, people, even the detergent, the Tide that you're washing with, what you think you're cleaning, when you put that on your skin, it goes through your pores. You gotta wake up, people. And you got to begin to unite. This is a family affair, as I said. It's unifying. But starting with the mind. Rebuilding those communities. Know your neighbors, man. How you don't know your damn neighbor? Love one another. Meditate with each other. Trade your gifts with one another. You're going to see a lot of these videos, so I want to thank you all for listening, and please share this video with us. We ain't got time for all that Donald Trump, all that stuff that's going on around you. We have no time for it. It's time to act now and begin to turn, repent. Same thing as turn, repent. And keep our eyes refocused on God and nothing else. Again, this is Minister G.L. Harden. I thank you guys for tuning in of the Bias Blood Ministries. And I hope to see you soon. Peace and God bless.